trip for the Lakers. They're looking to snag one here before heading home. They're faced now with what is probably the easiest part of their schedule. They've got a lot of home games on the docket, but they can't take anything, guys, for granted.
Well, they're a team no one wants to face right now. The level they maintain during this winning streak has really been incredible.
It really has been. I mean, really daunting to face them at this point if you're the opponent. I mean, when they're playing this well, it's going to take an awful lot to knock them off.
And now the Lakers starting group. Duncan is out there with Baylor. Then it's Olajuwon. Then there's Kobe. And it's Johnson in at the 1 spot. And there's Baylor. That's good on the assist by Olajuwon.
I don't know. Maybe they're still working out the kinks on D because that clearly was a breakdown.
And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. Up top, Bird. Baylor defending. James, the pass to Abdul-Jabbar. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Well, clearly the Lakers were not a great team. I mean, they did have one of their better bench units last season. They led the league in points off the bench, but that was more an indictment of the quality of the starters than the firepower of the bench.
Last year, the Lakers did have some firepower off the bench. A lot of players would see their roles shift during the year, as you might expect for a team trying to find the right combination.
Yeah, they were also near the top in the league in bench minutes played. So whether you start or come off the bench last year in L.A., you'll see plenty of action.
Now here's Johnson against Charlotte. He was really on his game. Runner in the lane. Abdul-Jabbar with the block. And now James pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
And that was pretty. That was just a nice-looking reverse jam right there.
Use the rim, Clark, to protect the ball, I think, too, a little bit.
Yeah, did a nice job with it.
And guys, how about the awareness there with that finish in traffic?
Kobe goes in. Offline from the high post.
And that's the shot he has to take.
Exactly. That's the right look. The decision was good. He just didn't execute.
Lakers have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Kicks to Duncan. Elgin Baylor on the way. Johnson against James. Feeds to Bryant. 6 to shoot. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
LeBron, good.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Lakers have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Baylor, that's blocked by Bird. And pushing it up, here's Boston. It's stolen by Olajuwon. Bryant drives in. Abdul-Jabbar with the block.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Kobe, that's good. Kobe's got his second basket of the night.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
Duncan kicks to Olajuwon. Takes the 13-footer. Abdul-Jabbar with the block. And a fast break now.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to that?
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what, it's the love to go up and jam like that.
So it's the Lakers now, following the bucket by the Celtics. The basket counts and 1. They'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
Lakers shooting their first free throw of the night here. Free throw good from Baylor. The Boston Celtics figured to be near the bottom of the league last year. In many ways, they outperformed a lot of people's expectations.
And by no means were they a contender at any point, but they very well could be ahead of themselves in terms of the rebuilding process.
And that one's good, Iverson. Now here's Johnson. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Duncan kicks to Bryant. Wants to get it to Olajuwon, and does. And it's going to be a 3-second call. Let's take this opportunity to show you the teams that have been the best three-point shooting squads over the last 10 games. The Lakers second.
The main factor, I think, is the great spacing. That has led to wide-open, long-range shots, and that's why we see the great numbers from the three.
Baylor with the steal. Johnson against Bird. Bryant has the open look. Basket is good. The assist from Johnson. That's now 8 points for Kobe Bryant.
You know, his ability is matched only by his energy, guys. I mean, he's usually in the middle of everything for his team.
A nice shot by Jordan.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
Now here's Kobe. 17 points for him last game against the Hornets in Charlotte.
And also gives credit for his ability to pass the basketball. He was always looking for the open man.
Iverson outside for the three. Johnson with the block. Now the Lakers on the break. Finished off the break.
Great hustle to turn the block shot into a fast break hoop. That's a big-time play.
The Celtics have gone 8 of 10 shooting, coming out very strong. Iverson kicks to Abdul-Jabbar.
That's his second foul of the first quarter, and they may want to sit him for a while to avoid number 3.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Shaq's checked in for Bird. Wade comes in for Michael Jordan. And it's Robertson in for Iverson. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Kevin Garnett is checked in for Olajuwon. Now let's go over to Doris Burke, who had a chance to talk with head coach Byron Scott.
The phrase superstar gets tossed around the league a lot these days, but that is how he described Dwayne Wade. He said that D-Wade's the guy he'll be giving the most attention to because he can function either as a playmaker or a scorer, saying no matter what he chooses to do, he can hurt you. We have to be ready for everything. Easier said than done, guys.
All right, Doris, thanks.
And both teams on fire from the opening tip.
Well, I don't doubt it, Greg. We're going to have an entertaining game of basketball here today. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious that's the case.
No good from Duncan.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
And it's Abdul-Jabbar penetrating. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Hey, guys, the Lakers last season were just a completely different team after Kobe's injury. Not so much in results, but just in how they played on the floor. They actually fared better without Kobe than most thought they would.
And for the Lakers without Kobe last season, it was really a stark difference in styles of play and quality. No single person, Clark, stepped in to carry their offense. It took a group effort.
Well, you know, it was almost April, Kevin, before somebody surpassed Kobe in field goal attempts on the team. It'll be interesting to see how they build the offense this year.
Stephen Curry's checked in for the Lakers. The Celtics really seemed to get better as last season wore on, too. GA finished the year looking very dangerous.
Kevin, with the Celtics, they were dynamite after the All-Star break. Had the second best record in the Eastern Conference post-All-Star.
Boston's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Bryant against Wade. Misses from short range.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
The shot by Bryant, no good.
You know, one of the big things for the Celtics after the All-Star break was they played smarter. I mean, they went from the middle of the pack in terms of turnovers to a team that rarely made mistakes.
Irving's checked in for LeBron. Chamberlain's checked in for the Lakers. Payton comes in for Baylor. Robertson against Curry.
The Celtics and the turnovers. Last year after the All-Star break, they were 4th in the league in limiting their mistakes. They played well beyond their years down the stretch.
Now Wade after the missed 3 from Stephen Curry. Here's O'Neal. The rim-rattling two-handed
up that rebound and went straight into attack mode on the putback.
He is one of the most determined rebounders, Clark, we have got in the NBA.
Yeah, you're calling it right, Kevin. I mean, he gets so many second chance points because of how hard he works to get to the rebound. That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
And really something that the defense has to address. Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
That was a smart pass by Wade that time.
1:53 left to play here in the first. Curry with him. He picked up 18 points in their last win against.
Oh, they matched the slam at one end with an even bigger one at the other.
Maybe we'll get another one in this trip.
Why not? I say keep them coming.
Now here's Irving. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Here's Wade. They grab their own miss. Goes back up. Goes up again. That one's off. He's now 1 for 2.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
Irving. Payton against Wade. Dishes to Irving. From Robertson, and the shot is good. Robertson's got 5.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Garnett, the screen. The dish to Bryant from outside the arc, and a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. And that's 15 points for Kobe Bryant. The drive by Wade, and the dunk by O'Neal.
Threw it down with authority.
Oh, he can really fly. And you combine that, Clark, with some of the nice penetration, too, and you've got an easy 2 points.
And able to just play well above the rim. I mean, that makes this guy so dangerous when he's in the game.
A floater. A shot by Curry. No good.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense. That's the epitome of teamwork right there, Kevin, on the alley-oop.
Clark, what about the finish? Bring it down with some thunder.
Yeah, lightning, too.
But, guys, the pass for me. Even better. He absolutely put that on a platter for him.
It's his first trip to the line. First one falls for him. Both teams deciding to change it up. Stephen Curry hits them both.
That's a familiar sight. He hardly ever wastes his chances at the line. Cashes in regularly.
That will count. No good trying to beat the buzzer. Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. It's the Celtics up by 2. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. And a breakdown here, guys, the hustle stats for the Celtics.
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the court for the Celtics, they've got Dwayne Wade. Russell is out there with Bird. Then there's Robertson. And it's Malone in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Bird. A drive by Wade. Here's Bird. Some changes for the Lakers. Olajuwon comes in for Chamberlain. And it's Johnson in for Gary Payton. And Los Angeles, guys, shooting has been fun to watch in this game. They're at 57%. Nash against Robertson. Johnson goes in. An easy layup after coming off the pick.
And a lot of teams are looking for coaches that embrace analytics and look at data-driven approaches. Coach Scott is not one of those guys. He's an old-school coach who goes with his own perception.
Fast break, the Lakers.
Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
I tell you what, I like that, though, guys. Some coaches might not want you to make a play like that, but I tell you what, when you got the skills like that, I say go for it.
And former Coach of the Year Byron Scott now with the Lakers. And as you said, Greg, he's not an analytics guy. And Clark, I think he's a guy that the eye test for him is huge.
Yeah, he feels a lot. Terrific communicator and storyteller. Great experience as a player and as a champion. And I think that all is evident in his coaching style.
Robertson dishes to Russell. And the bucket counts. And he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
Incredible body control right there. Don't know how he was able to get that one to go. It sure was a thing of beauty to watch.
Some changes for Boston. Abdul-Jabbar's checked in for Malone. Jordan comes in for Dwayne Wade. And Allen Iverson subbed in for Robertson. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Duncan's checked in. Now, here's Nash. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. And Jordan sends it back.
You gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Lakers.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunity. They're really keeping it up-tempo so far. He had his head on a swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
Nash has got 3 assists tonight.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Thomas checked in for Boston. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Baylor, that's good.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Outside Thomas. The feed to Russell. Outside for Jordan. And he makes good on the way. Jordan's got 10.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half.
Here's Nash following the basket by Michael Jordan. Nash against Thomas. Baseline J on the way. No good. Now the Celtics take it the other way. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
They just weren't challenged. I mean, nearly as much as they should have been in that game, at least when they had the ball.
Yeah, it was a mismatch. I mean, the defense from the start was on its heels practically the entire game.
Kevin Garnett, he's checked in for Olajuwon. And Boston has possession, trailing by 2.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
2 straight seasons of no playoff for the Lakers after last year's miss. Not what they were hoping for.
It's going to be a growing process, Kevin. I mean, they had a young team and an injured superstar in Kobe both years. Hard to make the playoffs in that situation.
Boston's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Thomas against Nash. Thomas passes to Abdul-Jabbar. Outside Jordan. Jordan with another miss.
And guys, for the Lakers, you'd have to go back almost 40 years to find a time when the Lakers missed the postseason in back-to-back years. Fortunately for them, they won 2 titles in the next 6 years after that.
Here's Johnson. He's got 8. Can't get it to go. Great D that time from Jordan.
And it's doubtful that the Lakers will win multiple titles in the coming years unless something drastic happens. Still, this is a franchise committed to success, and they'll do whatever it takes to get back into the postseason. And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Good D by Johnson.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
And stolen by Thomas. And pushing it up. Here's Boston. And slammed dunk by Jordan.
That's how you make it happen, guys. Ball pressure and then a run-up.
And that's how you flip the script in terms of momentum right there.
Johnson kicks to Baylor. Bird against Johnson. Tries it from 9. And off the left side of the rim. And it swirls in for him. Johnson's got the lead up to 6 now for the Lakers. The Celtics have gone 5 of 11 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Right side, Jordan. Fades away. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Johnson attacking. Abdul-Jabbar with the block. And now the fast break. Thomas with the ball. And that one's good. Now just a 2-point Laker lead.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
Timeout called the Lakers. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
And if you look at the numbers, guys, I mean, what jumps out at you is the balance they had offensively.
Very satisfying road win because you're right. There was tremendous balance displayed. I mean, the crowd was basically stunned at how they were able to dismantle that defense.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. O'Neal's checked in for Abdul-Jabbar. James comes in for Russell. Pippen's checked in for Larry Bird. And Irving subbed in for Jordan. And Los Angeles guys shooting indicative of smooth offensive play. Up at 60%. They're a machine from the floor. The second chance effort. And James with the layup. James has got his 3rd basket of the night.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
Now here's Payton. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. While we got a moment, let's now show you the teams that have led the NBA in blocks during the past month. The Lakers, number 1.
They have been racking up the blocks lately. I mean, if they keep this up, they're going to be a very difficult matchup for anybody.
In Los Angeles, they have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3. It was a tough battle down the stretch, but the Celtics were able to get back into the playoffs last year.
And kind of just hovering around all season. But give them credit. They fought their way in and spent only 1 year out of the postseason in their rebuild.
Now, here is Irving. He's got 6. Just 5 on the clock. Shaq dishing with the toss. And stolen by Payton. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. The rebound by Pippen. The Celtics with the lead.
And, you know, for the Celtics, the actual playoff series didn't go well. They got swept by the Cavaliers, but most people will remember the injuries from the series more than the play. And the Celtics have a bright future, no doubt.
Now, here's LeBron. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game.
every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top. Well, listen, it was a forgettable series for Celtics fans. However, the Celtics, young core, were able to experience postseason basketball. That's something that you can really never replicate. I'm sure they'll be hungry for more. They credit Brad Stevens on a terrific job.
Now here's Peyton looking for his first basket shot in this one. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And let's check out stats for James. A strong stretch of play the last 10 games. 6th in assists, 12th in scoring. And he provides that deterrent around the rim, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in blocks per game.
And, you know, his floor awareness, undeniable. You know, as you pointed out, he's great at drawing the defense and then making the perfect pass in stride.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Well, last year for the Celtics, they weren't exactly world beaters at home. Still good enough, though, to get the job done.
Yeah, just a game over 500 here in Boston. Not great, but at least it was over 500 for a young up-and-coming team.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Wayne Wade's checked in for Irving, and it's Robertson in for Thomas. Now here's Robertson. 9 points last game out. James, the pass to Robertson. That's good. Robertson's got 7 points.
And, you know, for the Celtics at home, they were able to get wins by playing tough defense in front of their rabid fans. Their offense virtually the same as when they were on the road. The defense was the difference at home.
Garnett against James. Garnett outside. Curry wide open. Here's Chamberlain, and he dunks it down. Guys back and forth this first half.
Well, 5 lead changes early on, guys, as we grapple back and forth.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Now, here's Wade. He picked up 12 points in their last win against New York. It's taken away by Peyton. Stolen by Wade. That's in, coming off the issue. This from Robertson. Robertson's got 3 assists now in this one.
And as you said with the Celtics, it was the D at home that helped them get wins here. They'll want to be better than 1 game over 500 this season to get back into the postseason.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blown. The Lakers have shot 6 of 7 at the line.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%.
And, guys, I'd have to credit the work they put in at the free throw line to practice this season. I mean, because they have noticeably improved since a year ago.
Moses Malone. He's checked in for Boston. Malone's checked in for the Lakers. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2.
They should be in front right now, but he'll be relieved not to have come up totally empty there.
And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession. The Celtics making a switch here. Iverson's checked in. The Lakers also with a sub. Olajuwon's checked in for Chamberlain. Los Angeles has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Bryant against Iverson. And Bryant kicks to Olajuwon. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. best way to end the half. The big three to take the lead as we go to the break.
And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. Celtics lead by 1. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Guys, I'm here with Stephen Curry, and Steph, Coach made a point of stating how important the physical presence would be in this game. How important is that going to be for the team in the second half?
That's a big deal. I mean, just being physical and, make the right plays and then hopefully put ourselves in good position to win.
You've got to match that opponent's intensity, Steph. Thanks for the time. Guys?
Thank you, Doris, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for the third quarter of basketball.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We welcome you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Boston found themselves in a close game in the first. Some nice stretches of basketball from them, and at one point, they pushed the lead up to 7. They were outscored by just a bit in the second quarter as they go into the break now holding just a 1-point advantage. Kenny, what's your take on Boston so far?
Well, the reserves really came through when they needed a spark. This is a close game. Any points you can get from your bench are huge. I thought the bench guys came in and asserted themselves like they wanted a starting spot. And that's what you want. Subs who are ready to produce the moment they step on the floor.
Shaq, your take on the Lakers.
Their defense is getting flat out embarrassed. Embarrassed, however you say it, Ernie. I realized they had to deal with a team who was red hot most of the first half, but that's an excuse. You know what? They got to be aggressive. They got to step up on that D. They got to prevent that. They need more effort, Ernie.
And that's it for halftime as the second half is just about to get underway. See you after the game.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out away here in the third. You look at Kobe Bryant in this game, I mean, he has been everywhere.
You know, we talk so often about making your teammates better, and his ability to see the floor and then make those passes on time in that first half was the key.
Boy, I tell you what, they say he's not a playmaker, but he certainly has fooled me with the way he's performing right now.
Here's Johnson, and that comes off the assist by Duncan. 14 points for Johnson. And Clark, as we approach the fourth quarter, still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, exactly right, Kevin. I mean, these teams just simply keep trading baskets, and as a result, trading the lead.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
Picked by Olajuwon. Lakers working the ball around now. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Well, so far for Coach Brad Stevens, the Celtics have had nothing but praise for their outstanding young coach. No surprise for those of us who know Brad. The team is really moving ahead in the rebuilding process, and he gets a lot of the credit for that.
And now the first timeout called here for Boston. And part of the reason why the Celtics are ahead of schedule in the rebuild is because of Coach Brad Stevens. He has everyone on the same page.
You know what? You talk around the league about Coach Stevens, and other coaches are just astounded by his work ethic. People around the league think he's already a top coach and could be one of the greats by the time he's done if he stays at a professional level.
It's deflected and stolen by Iverson, and up the court come the Celtics on the break. So the Lakers 5 right now. Bryant is out there with Johnson. Then it's Bailey. Then there's Duncan. And it's Olajuwon into the 5, roaming the paint. Boston shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game.
Allen Iverson. At the line, 1 shot.
Free throw, no good for Iverson. The Lakers weren't very good at all last season, Clark, and they just didn't have any teeth in their run game.
Well, you know, they shot threes on the road well, Kevin. Top percentage in the league, as a matter of fact. Still, they just couldn't hold on to leads.
Olajuwon against Abdul-Jabbar. Boston's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. And Jordan has it in the corner. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. LeBron's got his 6th assist on the night.
And the Lakers would end with a road record of 9-32. That is a friend. Worst for them and sums up the year they had away from Staples.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
You know, looking at the Lakers, a big thing for them as we get back to their road woes is they didn't win a single game on the road in their division. In a word, that's terrible. They've been committing a lot of turnovers, and I imagine that's exactly what they're talking about right now. They need to tighten it up.
Celtics leading by 4. Guys, they've been getting it done.
They sure have been. I mean, really looking good and sharp offensively.
They came out with a mission, and they have been tough to stop.
Bryant against Jordan. Los Angeles with another miss.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Olajuwon with the block. And now here's Johnson, the fast break chance. And finish off by Bryant.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Pass to LeBron. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. James has got 8. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Kobe attacking. And Boston with the rebound. James has got 4 rebounds now tonight. The 15-footer, that's in. The Celtic lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Bryant.
And after his last game, really not surprised to see him as hot as he is here tonight.
It's stolen by Olajuwon. Tipped away. Johnson kicks to Kobe. To the wing right side for the tie. And Olajuwon. gets it to go on the assist from Kobe. 6 points for him.
When they pulled up from mid-range, more often than not, they buried.
And that shot might not be the #1 option, but if the D will give it to you and you get it in rhythm, that's the one you take.
James. Good D by Olajuwon.
That's what we call good defense in the paint. Worth its weight in gold.
It absolutely is, and maybe even more than that. I mean, you saw it right there. Without his presence, that's an easy basket. How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
Cannot be happy with how things have gone during this run. I think it's a good decision to take a break.
Yeah, I agree with you, Greg. I mean, he had to do something. They're getting buffaloed and beat up. He couldn't let that continue. He had to call the timeout there.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Russell comes in for LeBron. And Isaiah Thomas is subbed in for Allen Iverson. Nash is checked in for the Lakers. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Clock at 4. He dishes it to Duncan. Abdul-Jabbar with the block. It's Jordan on the wing. Pass to Russell. And Thomas has it in the corner. Shot clock at 5. The drive by Jordan. Rebounded by the Lakers. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of Boston.
Yeah, this is a great rivalry, guys. I mean, even though they're in opposite conferences, you look back and these teams have a lot of history.
They really do. I mean, whenever they play each other, it means a little bit extra. These are two franchises, as you said, that certainly have had their fair share of tangles in the past. You got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of grinded out physical game.
That's the kind of look they can continue to go with. Maybe that'll help them create some separation on the scoreboard.
Celtics trail by 4. Thomas kicks to Russell. Now the pass to Bird. Unloads from 13. And off the glass. That one's good. Bird's got 4 points in the quarter.
I tell you what, fellas, he loves those mid-range jumpers. I mean, that's where he makes his money.
Olajuwon against Russell. No good with the tip. Boston's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. The Celtics working the ball around now. And Larry Bird again. Bird's got 16. The Lakers have gone 7 of 13 in the third quarter so far. Just above 50%. Olajuwon. That's good, and so Duncan with the assist. And the Lakers lead by 2. Boston's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Thomas kicks to Abdul-Jabbar. With the fadeaway. The rebound by Johnson. Lakers have gone 8 of 14 on their shot attempts here in the third. Some pretty nice work. Celtics have gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the third quarter. Here's Jordan. Outside for Thomas. Back to Russell. Dunk to finish it off. Beauty.
And that's what we're used to him doing, but he really just hasn't had that typical impact offensively. If they keep getting him touches, this game won't be tied for long.
Los Angeles calls timeout. We've seen Michael Jordan really having a great game.
He's really taking it to him inside. They got to find a way to slow him down.
And a new group in for the Celtics. O'Neal's checked in for Abdul-Jabbar. Malone comes in for Russell. Dwayne Wade's checked in for Michael Jordan. And it's Robertson in for Thomas. And then for Los Angeles, Kevin Garnett is checked in for Duncan. Steph Curry is subbed in for Magic Johnson. Nash against Wade. And here's Robertson outside. The Lakers with the rebound. Garnett's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Here's Baylor, finished off the break. Baylor's got 15.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And Greg, those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Robertson dishes to Wade. 14 feet away. And the shot no good, a bit short. The Lakers in the lead. And here we go. Fast break. Curry's got it. Here's Bird. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
We've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
Olajuwon's shot is good. Olajuwon's got 6 in the quarter.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And, Greg, you know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Just didn't get his hands up in time on that one. They weren't on the same page there.
Irving's checked in for Bird. And then for Los Angeles, Robinson comes in for Olajuwon. And it's Payton in for Nash. Here's Robertson. He has 7. Pass to O'Neal. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. It's on Kevin Garnett.
Sheer, unadulterated power right there. I mean, he ripped it down with both hands.
Absolutely. A resounding dunk.
Just a take-no-chance slam by the big fella.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
And they haven't been pushed around in the paint at all in this game. They have been the aggressors.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
Wade with it. Now Payton defending. The drive by Wade. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket. Lakers shooting the ball really well in this game. 58%. Malone with the block. They recover it. Here's Irving with the lead. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade. Wade's got his 4th assist in this one. There's 1:40 left to play here in the 3rd. Payton passes to Baylor. And so it looks like the Lakers will retain possession here. And the Lakers making a change here. Ryan's checked. .130 left in the 3rd quarter. They grab their own miss. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
The tenacity on the interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
The Lakers have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw lines tonight.
What a game for Garnett. He has 9 points, and he's added to his totals by picking up 3 points at the line as well.
Yeah, that'll balance out that stat sheet nicely. I mean, you always want to see at least a few points from the free throw line.
The Celtics have shot 6 of 7 at the line.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
And they've made progress in that department from last season going into this one, guys. I mean, the numbers have improved.
And the Lakers making a change here. Malone's checked in. Curry with it. Picked up by Robertson. Payton against Wade. Here's Robinson. Knocks down the 10-footer.
You love for any trip down the floor to end with a shot like that.
Wade kicks to Malone. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
And it's slammed in by Malone.
Rising high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam.
Nice way there, guys, to finish up that possession.
Irving attacking and stolen by Payton. And now Bryant pushing it up. No one back to stop.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Keal. And it's sent back by Irving. And they're running up the floor.
Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
I tell you what, I like that, though, guys. Some coaches might not want you to make a play like that, but I tell you what, when you got the skills like that, I say go for it. I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter, just served him up.
And that's it for the third quarter. Both teams scoring well as we head to the fourth. Los Angeles on top, up by 6. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. All right, the fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. Lakers leading by 6. They've got Dwayne Wade. Abdul-Jabbar is out there with LeBron James. And it's Bird. And it's Jordan in at the 2-guard spot. That's the Boston 5. Here's Kobe. Will not go. This is off the front eye. Boston's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. 5-on-3 break. Here's Johnson. There it is. It's Nash picking up the assist. 18 points for Johnson.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a 1-footer. Come on now.
James dishes to Wade. Back to LeBron. Michael Jordan on the wing. From 11 feet away. Good again. He's on tonight. 9 for 13 shooting.
And now both teams really in a groove.
This game already, guys, was high scoring, but they've really amped and ramped it up to another level down the stretch.
Johnson, and the layup's good off the glass. Johnson's got the lead up to 8 now for the Lakers.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Well, if the defense keeps giving up easy baskets like that, it won't be a lead for long.
Nash drives in, and that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
I like to call that stick-to-itiveness, Greg. Getting everything he possibly could out of that play. Nicely done.
Austin making a switch here. Iverson's checked in, and the Lakers also making a change. Baylor, he's checked in for Bryant. Here's Duncan, not loose. It's stolen by Abdul-Jabbar. The drive by Jordan. Inside runner, Johnson with the block. Here's Baylor. Second chance effort, and that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
Celtics trail by 10. The drive by Jordan. Abdul-Jabbar passes to LeBron. Jordan kicks to Iverson. Busted. No good that time either. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Feeds it to Duncan. Back to one bounces around and comes back out. For Boston, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. James kicks to Jordan. And it's good. Through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Boy, you got to love that assist by LeBron. How about Michael Jordan in this one? He's got 21 points, and his 2 blocks have given them a lift defensively.
No doubt about it. He's been a rim protector, and it's starting to get into the heads of their opponent.
Kicks to Nash. Olajuwon with a screen on Jordan. Baylor can't get that one to fall.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
Dishes it to Iverson for 3. Steve Nash with the rebound.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's costly.
Baylor drives in. There it is. It's Nash picking up the assists. Nash has got his 7th assist here tonight.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that deuce.
Bird against Johnson. The dish to LeBron. It's stolen by Duncan. Fast break. The Lakers. Nash with the ball.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior.
Celtics trail by 11. The drive by James. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5-for-8 clip.
And that's got to happen if they want to have a chance to turn this thing around. I mean, he needs to just take the game over. I mean, it seems like he's been hesitant to pull the trigger.
Tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here if he shattered the backboard.
Just 4 to shoot. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Lakers leading by 11. Johnson with it. Iverson picks him up. And it's blocked by Jordan. Now Iverson. It's tipped. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession.
A temporary lapse of focus from him on that turnover. It's embarrassing, but on occasion it does happen.
Lakers have gone 8 of 14 from the floor here in the 4th quarter. The feed to Baylor. And good coming off the assist by Magic Johnson. Johnson's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. That'll be a 5-second call.
If they can't take care of the basketball, they're going to have a very hard time turning this game around.
True. Their turnovers are piling up in this quarter.
Ryan needs checked in for Los Angeles.
Kobe! Close that out, Kobe!
He feeds it to Johnson. And he lobs it up. Wants to get it to Olajuwon, and does.
Really an extraordinary game for Hakeem Olajuwon. He has 14 points, and he has been the definition of a thief with all those steals.
And Clark, defensively, he has played this game just so intelligently. I mean, he hasn't let them get away with any loose passes or sloppy ball handling.
And that one falls for Olajuwon. And Olajuwon drops them both.
And one priority for the commissioner this year was how the schedule worked. There were complaints about too many back-to-back games, and it was something everybody wanted to improve upon.
And there's Baylor. That's good on the assist by Bryant. Bryant's got assist number 5 here tonight.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
Johnson against Iverson. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
Clearly a mental lapse at an inopportune time.
Yeah, that's a terrible mistake, Greg, to make it any time. But it's really exacerbated when you make it at this time.
Curry's checked in for Johnson. Lakers leading by 19 points. And it's Olajuwon with the jam.
Kobe with the brilliant assist that time.
And in today's NBA, it's all about spacing on offense. It used to be more about finding matchups to exploit. Now it is all about opening up great looks by spreading the floor.
Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Took him no time at all on that one. Kobe's got 23.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
And with great spacing in the NBA, you need great shooting. More than ever, shooting and spacing, Clark, are at a premium in the NBA for teams.
Yeah, well, it starts with point guards being able to break down defenses and get into the lane to create open shots. You want to be able to create space for the point guards to drive, so you need shooters on the wings. The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
And a whole new group out on the floor for the Celtics. The Lakers also making some changes. Robinson's checked in for Olajuwon. Malone comes in for Duncan. And it's Payton in for Baylor. A timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch. Boy, a lot of points off their turnovers this quarter. Way too many.
And the game would be an entirely different story if they would take better care of the basketball.
Here's Bryant. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson. 25 points for Kobe Bryant.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession. Here's Curry.
Remember, for a long time, flopping was like the #1 concern in the NBA. I mean, it still happens a lot, but the rules have curbed it quite a bit. We have seen less and less flopping the last few years.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation.
They're losing their concentration here, guys. Some sloppy play going on right now.
Yeah, 2 turnovers in a row, and that's always a recipe for disaster.
Outside, Kobe. Back to Curry, to the paint. Here's Robinson, and the foul goes against Boston.
That's his first personal foul.
The open shot, Kobe. Great use of the pick to create room for the jumper. Kobe's got 12 points here in the second half. Some doubted how the flopping fines would have worked. Overall, there have been less egregious flops for the better in the NBA.
Yeah, and there will always be room for embellishment, but I like the fines because it really does minimize the number of extravagant flops. Guys have adjusted, and they're not laying down as much as they used to.
5 on the clock. Russell dishes to Thomas. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation.
Lakers ball.
Brown, he's checked in for Steph Curry.
Anthony Brown.
.141 left in the fourth. Payton passes to Brown. To the middle. Deflects the pass. And stolen by Malone.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance. And this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Lakers.
You're right there, Steve. And one area that stands out that we've seen tonight from them, Clark, their aggressiveness in getting steals, something I know that you really value yourself.
Well, it deflates the opposition when you can be pesky defensively, and then it sparks your offense, and that's what happened for them. When you have the type of effort we saw tonight, it's hard to overcome that kind of defensive pressure.
And with this win, they'll end up notching another victory for this year's campaign, win number 33.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And that next meeting, Greg, will be their second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conferences. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in the two-game season series. I think the next game will be hotly contested.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Johnson. And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone else on his team. And guys, more and more, we're seeing the league try to protect the health of the players. I mean, you see the evidence on the court. Over the last 5 years, the league has cut down the number of cameramen along the baselines in half, giving these great athletes a little more runway to land safely.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Yes, during that break, Coach Byron Scott had some words for his team. He was intent on running the offense through Kobe. Coach stressed the importance of getting the ball in his hands as soon as possible at the start of their possessions. No question he's going to be the key guy for them offensively. He said also that their offense needs to be a patient one. He told them, don't rush things. Use as much of that shot clock as you need to. It's pretty late in the game to be altering the game plan, but they're going to come out with a different look here, guys. Back to you.
Thanks again, Doris. And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court.
Just a boneheaded play there, guys. Plain and simple.
Well, tell me how you really feel about that, Greg. But you're right. I mean, mistakes like that will keep you from cutting deficits, no doubt.
And speaking of more space for the players, there's even been talk of widening the court. What do you think of that, Clark?
Players have gotten bigger and more athletic, so I wouldn't be opposed to maybe widening the lane a bit. I know the owners with those front row seats raking in that cash might not want to expand the court.
Well, if it wasn't out of reach, it is now, thanks to that last little spurt.
And why put the brakes on now? I just say keep on letting it fly.
And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris,
the 2K Sports post-game show.